Have you ever had the disturbing feeling that a narcissist in your life is trying to control you in a way that doesn't always make sense? As if their need to be in charge isn't just about control or power, but about something much deeper, something that gets to the heart of who you are? You're not crazy if you've ever thought that their manipulation wasn't just about getting what they wanted or winning a fight, but about something deeper. Narcissists don't just want to be in charge of other people. Their need to be in charge goes deeper than just having an effect. There's something much more specific and personal about it. And if you've ever felt like they were drawn to you for a reason, you're right. Not by chance, narcissists seem to be obsessed with certain people. There is a greater reason for this. Their constant need to control, trick, and drain your energy isn't just for their own benefit. It's for a much bigger reason. What if I told you that this need to control everything isn't just mental, but also spiritual? If their obsession with you isn't just to boost their ego, what if it's for a much bigger reason? If being sucked into the narcissist's grip has ever felt like more than just emotional abuse, it's like a fight for your very being, then you're beginning to understand. It's not just a bad relationship here. They are most afraid of your light, your inner strength, and even your soul in this spiritual battle. Narcissists don't like everyone, that's the truth. They look for people who have something special that they want so badly, but don't have. They are interested in real people who care about others, have a sense of purpose, and are very strong inside. They can't stand being around you. That's why they won't leave you alone. That's why they keep coming back even after you've pulled away, or that they seem determined to break you down. They see something in you that they can never be, and that makes them both crazy and interested. That's why the ways they try to control you go beyond fights and small games. They don't just want to win in the end. They want to take away your strength, your confidence, and your link to what makes you strong. We are going to break this down in a way that will completely change the way you see it in today's video. You may wonder why narcissists seem so determined to control you. We'll explain what this fight is really about. When we're done talking, you'll have a whole new view of how they act. You'll also understand why breaking free isn't just about getting away from their bad influence. It's about getting back something they stole from you in the first place. This message is for people who have ever felt drained, manipulated, or stuck in a relationship with a narcissist. You don't have no power. You're not weak. And you'll see that you have more power than you thought once you know what's going on. Don't miss what's coming next. It will change everything. Before we start, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and tell other people who need to hear this. Your help makes more people aware of the problem. Working together, we can shine a light on the truth and free more people from harmful control. Let's start. Narcissists don't want to control other people just because their minds are weak. It's not just their deep-seated fears, or their constant need to feel better than everyone else. Those are just the signs on the surface of something much bigger going on. It's not just a bad habit for them to want to control, influence, and overpower others. It's how they stay alive. They are using an energy level that needs to be controlled. And this isn't a coincidence. They don't just go after one person. In their hearts, they know they lack certain qualities, but they are drawn to certain people who give off those qualities. It's because your energy is different from theirs that narcissists seem to be drawn to people who are kind, sensitive, and spiritual. Just being there makes their world crazy. Things that shake them to their core are your inner peace, your kindness, and your deep love. Why? Because they don't have these things inside them. They are not connected to their real selves at all on a spiritual level. These people don't act from a place of self-awareness, love, or satisfaction. Instead, they work from a deep, burning lack of something. They are always looking for something to fill the empty space inside them. On the other hand, they can't make their own energy, peace, or inner power. That's why they look for people who can. This is where you come in. They are not just messing with you for fun. Control isn't just important for its own sake. This is because they need you to feel strong and to keep going. That's why they act in such a constant way. The narcissist feels very threatened when you are emotionally strong, when you live your life honestly, and when you give off an air of confidence and a sense of purpose. The fact that you exist makes them think of all the things they are not, and will never be. That is, they choose the easier way instead of going inside, healing, and facing their own darkness. They pick to hurt you. At first, they do this in a sneaky way. They might tell you how great you are, and make you feel special. But as time goes on, their true goals become clear. They want to change you, and have no faith in yourself. They want you to have doubts about yourself, your worth, and your ability to count on their approval. They need to bring you down to their level, because they can't really control you if you're too bright. So, they work hard to make your light less bright. This is the reason why narcissists make you feel bad mentally, emotionally, and even physically. Because they are always using up your energy. Having them in your life feels draining. And they push harder the more you fight back. They will use lies, power plays, guilt, shame, and even love bombing to keep you stuck in their loop. They want you to believe that you can't live without them. But the truth is that they can't live without you. They don't want you to know this, though. The things that make you their target are also things that make you better than them. They don't want you to understand how strong you are. There's a big difference between them and you. They need you more than you need them. And they will lose as soon as you really understand this. Take back your energy, and stop feeding their need to be in charge. No matter how hard they fight or how hard they try to pull you back, they will not be able to take what is not theirs. They want to control you so badly because of this. To stay alive, it's not just about power. It's like they've lost touch with who they really are, and are looking for something to make them feel whole. It won't matter how much they take from you though. Their empty feelings are their own to carry, and it's not your job to fill them. People who are narcissists don't just do things that make you feel small, unsure, and disconnected from yourself. They plan everything they do. Their actions are meant to make you doubt yourself, lose faith in yourself, and lose faith in your instincts. They don't want you to think you're strong. They don't trust the choices you make. Instead, they work slowly, sometimes for a long time, to make you question what you see, hear, and even how you really feel. That's why they trick you. To make you doubt your own mind, they change the facts, twist your words, and deny things you know happened. They can easily control you if they can make you doubt yourself. But that's not all. They don't just attack how you see things. They also try to cut you off from people who can help you. When you're with a narcissist, they cut you off from people who could understand how you feel, or remind you of who you really are. They push you away from the people you care about, sometimes in a subtle way at first, and make you question the people you trust. They might say things like, "I don't think they care about you," or "I don't like how they treat you." This makes you feel emotionally distant over time. You count on the narcissist more when you don't have many other people to turn to, and they want that very much. The circle of love bombing and devaluation is one of their most powerful tools. At first, they show you lots of love, attention, and praise, which makes you feel very important. They make you feel like you've found someone who really gets you and sees how valuable you are. But just when you think you're safe, things change. They pull away, criticize, or make you feel like you're not good enough. This back and forth makes things very confusing. You work harder to get them to feel the love they used to give you so easily. You get stuck in a cycle where their praise is your only way out without even realizing it. And when you're caught up in this emotional storm, trying to figure out why they keep changing how they act, you lose touch with something important, your own inner knowledge. They want you to be so focused on them that you can't hear your own gut feelings. But there is something much more going on than all of this deception. Narcissists are not only tough to deal with and harmful, but they are also spiritually disconnected. This is true whether you look at it from the point of view of religion, energy, or psychology. They are empty on the inside. They don't have a strong sense of who they are or a real link to divine energy, inner peace, or higher knowledge. This emptiness makes them hungry all the time, and their need for food can never be met. To fill the void, they feed off of other people like your love, care, and trust in them. That's because they don't know how to be truly happy or fulfilled, so they take from people who do. And this is where things get even scarier. They want to destroy your inner light because they can't make their own. Not only do they want to control you, but they also want to keep you from seeing how strong you are. They won't be able to hold you if you stay emotionally connected, trust yourself, and stand in your power. That's why they try so hard to make you look bad. They gradually dim your light in the hopes that you will forget how bright you used to be. Your light is still there though, no matter how hard they try to drain you. Nasty people can't change who you really are. They can only trick you into thinking you have no control by giving you false information. The truth is that you've always had the power. The spell they've put on you starts to break as soon as you start to trust yourself again and connect with your inner knowledge. People who are narcissists don't like it when you let go of their power. It's not just that they feel like they're losing power in the relationship. It goes much deeper than that. They aren't just mad that you're going. They're freaking out because they are losing something very important to them. You were more than just a person in their life. You gave them mental and spiritual strength. They liked the love, care, kindness, and the fact that you were willing to see the best in them. They felt important, loved, and validated by what you did. That without makes them feel an unbearable void coming in. That's why the narcissist will act very angry, cruel, or desperate when you start to see how they are manipulating you and start to pull away and regain your sense of self. They can't handle losing the person who made them feel strong and in charge. They will act out in ways you didn't expect. They could put you down, insult you, or try to make you feel bad for pulling away. They may change the facts so that they look like the victim, and you are seen as the one who was mean or unfair. They are trying very hard to get you to come back by smearing your name, telling lies, and playing on your feelings. They will do anything to make you feel bad about leaving and think that you are the problem. They can take back control if they can make you doubt yourself. But they don't want you to know this. You are stronger than they ever would have you believe. They don't need to agree with you. You don't have to explain your choice to anyone. There is no way for them to control you if you stick to your truth and don't let what they say shake you. The more you see through their tricks, the less power they have over you. This includes making you feel guilty, gaslighting you, and playing the victim. Setting limits and not contacting the other person is important, but it's not the only thing that will help you break free. When you step into your own power, you undergo a real change. You are truly free when you stop trying to get their approval, when you realize your worth without them, and when you connect with the greater part of yourself that they tried to hide. This is why getting better after narcissistic abuse isn't just about feeling better emotionally. It's a journey of faith. They tried to take parts of you, and you have to get those back. It's about having faith in yourself again, getting in touch with your inner knowledge, and strengthening your intuition. What narcissists fear most is that you will wake up and see how strong you are without them. Because once you do that, they can't hold you anymore. They are no longer able to handle you, use your energy to fuel their own, or keep you stuck in their loop. And when you fully step into your power, no one can hurt you. What they say, how they play, and the games they play no longer matter. As desperate tries to hold on to something they have already lost, you see them for what they are. The best part? There's no need to fight back. There's nothing you need to prove. They can't hurt you because you know your light is stronger than anything they can throw at you. That's because the ego loses when you choose yourself and take back your spirit. You win because you can live the life you were meant to live without their power. Everything changes when you realize that the narcissists' need to control you was never about your flaws, mistakes, or faults, but about how empty they felt inside. It was never because you weren't good enough. It was never because you were too sensitive, too nice, too naive, or too willing to let go. They saw something in you that they didn't have, and that they could never make for themselves. They grabbed your love, energy, and light not because you were weak, but because you were strong. Since you had something real, pure, and unique that they couldn't get on their own. That's why they tried so hard to keep you in line. They had to dim your light to make you doubt yourself and keep you wondering what you were worth. There is no way they could keep control of you if you knew how strong you really are. That was not okay with them. so they could keep up the idea that they were better than you. They made you think you had no power. But that fantasy is falling apart. Since you now know the truth, it's not because you're broken if you've been mentally or emotionally drained, emotionally manipulated, or spiritually separated. It's not because you're not strong enough to deal with things. It's because you've been stuck in a loop that makes you doubt yourself all the time. But an amazing thing is taking place. You're getting up. You have a good view of things. You are becoming more aware to the point where their words, their tricks, and their attempts to get you to stay with them no longer work. They have less power over you the more you trust yourself and stand up for what you believe. So keep going. Do not change how you feel inside. Listen to the voice that says you deserve peace. You're made for more, and you're stronger than the pain you've been through. Since you are. It's always been. That truth makes your light brighter the more you step into it. This person may have tried to turn it down, but they were never able to do it. That light was meant to shine all along. It's shining even brighter now than it was before. Thanks for coming here, hearing, and making the choice to heal and grow. Thank you for reading this message. If it spoke to you, please like, subscribe, and share it with others who need to hear it. Your opinion is more important than you think. If we all talk about this, we can help other people stop being manipulated and take control of their lives. You're not going through this by yourself. I'll see you in the next video if you keep going.